Episode 1. The Replacement. At 3 a.m., Serena went to the Robinson household hurriedly and said, "I want to see him."
"I'm sorry. The Mr. Robinson said that Serena and dogs are not allowed inside."
Feeling an earthquake in her heart, Serena felt as if something was dying inside her. She cried at the top of her lungs, "Jake, come out and let's talk! The death of Grandpa has nothing to do with me. I passed out, and Grandpa was gone when I woke up." The guard stared at her scarred face coldly without a word. "Forget it," a soft voice said. A woman, about 27 years old, was standing inside the iron gate. She was tall and slender. "He will not see you. Grandpa has just passed away. He needs peace." It was her, the public mistress of Jake Robinson, whom Serena thought to be her best friend, Lila Cox. For 5 years, Lila had been the woman holding Jake's arm everywhere they went. In the eyes of the media and outsiders, Lila had become the actual Mrs. Robinson. On the other hand, Serena was no more than a decoration. Lila walked down the stairs slowly, step by step. The guards respectfully opened the gate for her at her arrival. The treatment of the two women was so different that Serena hated Lila even more. "The two of you, go do something else. I want to speak to her alone." The two guards looked at each other, nodded, and left. "I did not kill Grandpa," Serena said. "I know. Of course you did not kill him." Lila smiled and walked outside of the gate. Soon, she came over to the pond that sat opposite the Robinson household. There was a street in front of the house. On the other side of the street was the pond. Without any lighting over there, it was hard to tell where exactly Lila was standing. Hearing her words, Serena felt like something was off. She followed Lila hurriedly and asked, "What do you mean?" "Of course, you did not kill Grandpa. You were knocked out by me. So how could you possibly have done that?" Serena stared, her eyes wide at Lila. "So, it's you!" "Hush." Lila put her fingers to her lips, smiling contently. "It really was you! You bitch! Grandpa was so good to you! Why did you—" "Good?" Lila interrupted, chuckling. "If it were not for that old guy, the wife of Jake would have been me instead of you. The old guy knew me since I was a little girl. He never liked me. He should have died a long time ago." "You are so treacherous! I will go tell them!" Lila didn't fret at all, as Serena was about to turn away. She smiled coldly and said, "You think they will believe you?" Serena paused and stayed where she was. "It was the same when you tried to explain that you did not drug Jake. No one believed you." Serena quickly turned around, looking at Lila incredulously. Lila utterly enjoyed the look on her face and said, "And it was the same when you said you did not set the fire. No one believed you." "What do you mean, Lila?" Realization suddenly flashed in Serena's mind. "It was you!" "That's right. It was me." Lila snorted. "But so what? Do you remember when you left my home? I almost died of stove leaks. You said you did not do anything, but who believed you? And later, when Jack was kidnapped by a cult and almost burned at an abandoned warehouse, everyone saw that I saved him, but you were the one who was found at the site unconscious. You said you did not set the fire, but who believed you? Hearing what had happened in the past, Serena unconsciously reached for her own face. She pushed Jake out of the fire with all she had, but she did not run out in time herself. The fire ruined half of her face and her entire life. She was the illegal daughter of the Clark family. When she returned to her family at 18 years old, she knew that the man she would marry was named Jake Robinson. However, she had no idea that he had a childhood sweetheart whose name was Lila. After she married him at 20 years old, she was constantly compared to Lila. Lila was a dignified and generous woman. Serena was rude. Lila was kind and beautiful. Serena was treacherous. Lila studied abroad and returned to New York. Serena did not even graduate from college before she was married to Jake. She was also foolishly treated by Lila as a good friend, from 18 to 25 years old. However, she had no idea at the time that everything she had was destroyed by Lila. Everyone knew that Serena drugged her husband on the night of their wedding in order to provoke Lila. She also set the fire that almost killed Lila. She deliberately fell from the stairs to lose her baby in order to set Lila up. Her stereotypical image made everyone blind to what she had done to be the match of Jake. When she stayed up late to revise Jake's proposal and became sick, they said she was hypocritical. When she tried to cure Jake's stomachache and learned how to cook, they said she was calculative. When she tried to make his grandpa's wish of having a great-grandson come true and nourished the fetus at home, they said she was lazy. After the Clark family went bankrupt, they said she was a social climber and a bitch. After she had a miscarriage, they said that she did too much evil and was unworthy of getting pregnant. Even her child was taken away by heaven. Later, she gradually understood that Lila was always right and that she was always wrong. That is, until yesterday, when she woke up and found Grandpa dead on the stairs of the first floor. When she was standing on the second floor and looking down, the police broke in, and she was naturally considered the murderer. You bitch! Bitch! Why did you set me up like this? Serena threw herself at Lila like crazy. Lila had learned martial arts. She dodged and held Serena down, pushing her toward the pond. Choking on water, Serena started to desperately struggle. Save! Bubbles rose. Lila looked at her coldly from on the shore. You go in peace. I will replace you and become Mrs. Robinson.